Hey guys, my name is Jason Wang. In this video, I'm going to be doing a brief introduction into Civil 3D. In this video, we're going to be creating a basic surface in Civil 3D. Now, I'm assuming you have a basic background in AutoCAD already. In Civil 3D, we're also going to be using a panel called the Toolspace. The Toolspace is going to be really important for editing surfaces and changing surface properties. If you don't have the Toolspace open, all you have to do is type Toolspace in the command line. To create a new surface, go to the Toolspace panel and right-click on Surfaces, then click on Create Surface. For today, we'll just be creating a TIN surface. TIN stands for Triangular Irregular Network. It means that the surfaces are made up of triangles. You'll understand what this means once we create the surface. Let's give our surface a name. Let's also give the surface a basic description. Now we just click OK and we'll create the surface. It may seem like nothing has happened, but if we go to the Toolspace panel and open up surfaces, we'll see that there is now a new surface called Best Surface Ever. This is the surface that we just created. We still can't see our surface because we haven't given it any data. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a feature line. To start off, just draw a polyline. Okay, I've just finished drawing my polyline. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to the Create Design tab. We're going to click on Create Feature Line from Objects. And now we're going to click on the polyline that we just drew. You don't have to worry too much about the settings here, but just make sure that the feature line is assigned to a site, and you can leave Erase Existing Entities checked. This is just going to erase the polyline that we drew in the beginning. Now we can press OK to create the feature line. You can see that now our polyline has turned into a feature line. If we select the feature line, we can see that in the Properties tab, it's saying that it is a feature line. Now, we're going to use this feature line and add it to the surface as a break line. I'm going to select the Best Surface Ever. We can give this break line a description. Now I'm going to click OK. Now that we've given the surface some data, aka the break line, we actually want to see what the surface looks like now. So go back to the Toolspace tab, right click on Best Surface Ever, click on Surface Properties. As you can see, the surface style is set to No Display. I'm using the Australia and New Zealand Country Kit. I've provided a link to the Australia and New Zealand Country Kit in the description of this video. Now what we want to do here is we want to select a surface style that allows us to see the surface. In this case, I'm going to select ANZ Contours plus Triangles. This option will allow me to see the triangles of the surface as well as contours every 0.2 meters or 200 millimeters. If I select the surface, you can see now that the surface has been divided into triangles. Let's select the surface and view it in the Object Viewer. Let me just zoom out a bit and rotate the view. You can see that our surface is made up of 3 triangles. You can see that the surface is entirely flat. This is because we haven't added any elevations to our feature line, which is what we're going to do next. Let's select the feature line and let's click on Elevation Editor. As you can see here, each vertex of the feature line is represented by a triangle. If we click on a station in the Elevation Editor, we can see that a corresponding point shows up on the feature line. Here we can assign elevations to the feature line. This will also cause the elevations of the surface to change. This is because we have added the feature line to the surface as a break line. I know this may be pretty confusing, but you'll get more used to it as you use the software more. Just remember that whatever change you make to the feature line, it'll also change the surface. Let's assign an elevation to the station of the feature line. Okay, now that we've added a few elevations to our surface, you might notice that there is now a warning sign next to our best surface ever. This is Civil 3D telling us that we have adjusted the properties of the surface, and the surface has not been updated to reflect these changes. So what we want to do is right click on the best surface ever and go to rebuild. As you can see, the surface is now displaying contours. This tells us that the surface is no longer flat as it used to be. Now, what I highly recommend is to keep this option checked, Rebuild Automatic. This allows your surface to rebuild itself automatically whenever you make a change to it. This will save you having to click the rebuild button every single time you make a change. As you can see, Rebuild Automatic is now checked. Let's click on our surface now and see what it looks like in the object viewer. Our surface is looking pretty good now. We can see that our surface is no longer flat as represented by the contours. Let's exit the object viewer. We can also add some information to our surface to get a better understanding of our surface. We can add spot elevations to our surface to get the level of our surface at that point. Let's add a few spot elevations now. We can also add slopes to our surface to get an understanding of which way the ground is falling. As you can see here, our surface is sloping towards the northeastern direction at a slope between 4 to 7%. So that's it for this video, and I hope it has provided some value to you in learning about how to create a surface in Civil 3D. Thank you guys so much for watching.